Hi everyone, welcome to my page. Today is day 4 of Mental Health Awareness Month. Yesterday I shared a couple grounding techniques with you to help you when you are struggling. Remember that grounding techniques are a way to get yourself outside of those repetitive thoughts that may cause you this uneasy feeling within yourself that just seem to be playing over and over like a record that you just can't turn off. So today I'm going to share a couple mental grounding techniques that may work. One mental technique that may help you ground yourself is math. Funny enough, my students would get a kick out of that. So yeah, one way you can use math is, for example, count backwards from 100. Or do your times tables. Start with 1 times 1 and go all the way through to 12 times 12, just like you did when you were a little kid, going over each of the facts. Or pick a number, any number, and then try and figure out 5 ways to get to that number. For example, pick the number 20. How can I make 20? 5 times 4 is 20. 10 plus 10 is 20. 35 minus 15 is 20. You get the point here. Try and pick a number and then figure out ways to get to that number. 5 different ways. By doing these possible techniques, they are going to stop your brain with whatever thought is going on, and you're going to be focusing on these different math facts. Another mental grounding technique could be using anchor phrasing. So basically what you're going to do with anchor phrasing is you're going to start talking about things in the present moment and then just keep going until you feel like you are calm. For example, I am Jennifer. I am 45 years old. I am currently sitting in my car making this video. It is May 4th, 2022. And keep going with different details about whatever that's going on in the present moment, noticing your surroundings, and add to this story until you finally feel like you are in a calm place. These 2 techniques can, again, distract you from whatever it is in your mind that you are trying to not feel so overwhelmed with. And just stopping for a brief moment from whatever pattern is going on repetitively that you just cannot get a hold of, that one brief second of shifting your thought can lead you in a completely different direction. If this grounding technique doesn't work for you, keep in mind there are so many different grounding techniques out there, and eventually you will find one that works. Sometimes what works in one moment may not work in another, so that's okay too. The more tools you have for your toolbox of grounding techniques, the more opportunities you have to calm yourself down and get yourself out of that negative state when you are struggling. Understand you are not alone, and that if you need to seek professional help, that is okay too. Sometimes we need help from somebody, and that's okay. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You do not need to keep it to yourself. The more you talk about whatever it is you are dealing with, I promise you, the easier things will become. Hiding it or thinking that it's, wrong or something you should be ashamed of, that's going to continue to keep you in a bad place. But I found from personal experience that the more I've started talking out about my life and how I've endured some of these circumstances and how I've overcome them, that I've realized that I am not alone, and you are not alone either. There are so many people struggling with mental health, whether they are talking about it or not, and maybe they're not personally dealing with it, and maybe they don't fully understand what you are going through. But more often than not, if they are not personally dealing with it, they do know somebody who is. So talk about it. Another way to just continue to move forward and reassure yourself that everything's going to be okay.